I recently watched a video where the point was made that having cancer isn't the worst thing that can happen to you, but that your child having cancer is. The older I grow, the more I understand this. Now, in grandfatherhood, this is truer for me than ever before. Whatever serious malady may occur to me, it would be far worse would it happen to my children or grandchildren. It's a terrible thought, so we don't think about it. It is said that crucifixion is one of the most painful, torturous, barbaric, slow means of putting a person to death ever devised by man. And there's a reason we don't perform them now. It's certainly a cruel and unusual punishment. It was certainly cruel 2,000 years ago, so cruel that it was rarely used on Roman citizens, but applied mostly to slaves, disgraced soldiers, Christians, foreigners, political enemies. Crucifixion was used by the Romans for 500 years till banned by Constantine the Great in the 4th century. In the 19th chapter of John we read, "Standing near the cross were Jesus' mother, his mother's sister, Mary, the wife of Clopas, and Mary Magdalene. When Jesus saw his mother standing there beside the disciple he loved, he said to her, 'Dear woman, here is your son.' And he said to this disciple, 'Here is your mother.' And from then on, this disciple took her into his home." And we don't want to think about our loved ones suffering, let alone suffering one of the most horrific deaths imaginable. But this is what Mary was going through at the cross. In one of my earliest devotions, I shared an exercise I learned many years ago about reading a Bible passage repeatedly and putting myself in the place of a different person in the story each time, imagining what they're going through. In this case, I find I don't want to imagine it. The pain Mary was going through is unimaginable to me. As Christians, we know the final outcome, however, that Christ overcomes this torturous death, that he is victorious over death on the 3rd day, and most of all, we are saved through his death on that cross.